very sharp horns, which are really not just for show. And if you spotted a large and dominant male, we call that one the boss of the village. It's really quite a menacing title, if you ask me. But the Cape buffaloes are some of the deadliest animals on the African plains. Let's not stick around for too long. In the waters just beside us are some Nile hippos, and they're very much adapted to life in the waters. Hippos cannot swim or float, so they walk gently touching the bottom of the riverbed, tiptoeing gracefully. There it is, much like a ballerina. Now the word hippopotamus really means horses of the river, but enough river horsing around, because if you happen to see a hippo open its mouth really wide, when it's not smiling, it's really trying to threaten you by displaying its long, sharp teeth, which it is capable of biting a small boat into half, which personally I find is biting off more than it can chew, literally. And for those of you who are still unaware, we will not be making any more stops. So for the next 25 minutes, please remain on this tram. If you're going to drop something along the way, or drop someone, intentional or otherwise, please reach out for the buzzers. Those are the red buttons. In the meantime, please try your best not to jump off the tram. And here to make things more interesting are some Red River hogs. You will find that they are reddish brown in color, and they do make excellent swimmers, which is why they tend to live near rivers and ponds in the central and western parts of Africa, hence the name Red River hogs. Well, personally, I think they are very strange looking. But this is quite subjective, because I have some friends who refer to them as the stylish pigs. Let me know what you think. And rounding off our journey through Africa, let's check in with Sifo and Mendisa. They are the African white lions. Now, the African white lions are generally larger in size as compared to the Asian lions. But you can't tell which one is male and which one is female, because one of them has got a mane. The lion with the longer and heavier mane is considered to be stronger and healthier. Now, they're not very vocal right now, but the lion's roar at its loudest can be heard up to 8 kilometers, that's 5 miles away. Now the lion roars to mark its presence in the territory and to warn other lions to stay away, one of those cat calls you don't quite want to hear. And of course, if you watch them long enough, you can tell that their favorite pastime is simply lying around. If you know what I mean. They have the African white lions, some of the rarest animals in the world, and a very handsome conclusion to our journey through untamed Africa. We're now passing by the main tram station, and just across is the Wallaby Trail. And the Wallaby Trail will find some delightful animals from the outbags of Australia, including the possums, wallabies, white-lipped pythons, and some of my personal favorites, the glowing scorpions. Also look out for the sugar gliders. All that and more on the Wallaby Trail. It's very close to the main tram station, but you'll have to do it later because we've only just covered the first half of our tram journey tonight. So up next, let's say we venture deep into the jungles of Asia. Let's sit back and enjoy the cool breeze, courtesy of the Asian riverine forests. The rainforest has often been called the womb of life. It maintains the air we breathe, purifies the water we drink, and regulates the world's climates. Undoubtedly some of the most magnificent places on the planet. After a while we found ourselves in the very lush rainforest of a certain neighboring country. Welcome explorers to the jungles of Malaysia. Keep your eyes peeled, explorers. We're now looking for an animal that's all dressed up in black and white. Also look out for its rubbery snout. Well, here they come on the right, the Malayan tapirs. That's T-A-P-I-R. Now, the tapirs may look like pigs with trunks, but they're actually related to the rhinos and the horses. These ancient-looking creatures have changed very little in the past 20 million years. Its unique satellite pattern breaks the body outline, making them rather difficult to spot at night. And just to confirm, these are the creatures on the cover page of the park maps. Very charming poster boys. Or cover girls, I can't really tell. But they're so charming that you can always purchase and take them home for $32 in the form of a plush toy from the gift shop. And let's not confuse them for the ant eaters, because they do not eat ants. In fact, they are exclusively vegetarian. The Malayan tapir, that's T-A-P-I-R, reminds you of this little deer over here on the left. Well, that's the barking deer, and it's named barking deer because of the sound it makes, which resembles the sound that a dog makes. And speaking of dogs, over to the right are the red does, also known as the Asian wild dogs. They live in hunted packs, up to 20 of them, and it may not look like it right now, but these fearsome hunters have excellent stamina, and they can run, jump, and swim really well. The red does is D-H-O-L-Es, also known as the Asian wild dogs. They may be ferocious by nature, but I do think they look rather adorable. Now it looks like the inhabitants of the Malaysian jungles have proven to be very charming. And speaking of charming, here are some pigs. Now these are the bearded pigs, which means all of them have beards on their faces, including the females. On the plus side, however, they are the slimmest of all the pig species. They do eat and sleep a lot, but they can't stay in shape. On the other hand, though, these next features are very far from slim. In fact, they can be quite big. A mighty phantom in the wild, and some of the most celebrated creatures in Asia. Welcome, explorers, to the kingdom of the Asian elephants. Gregarious by nature, they live in herds of 5 to 20 of them, led by a dominant female known as the matriarch. And on the other hand, the males roam and live solitary lives. Well, you should see a couple of them in the distance, but there is also one on the right. And this handsome little prince on the right goes by the name Sang Wira, which really means the hero in Malay. But in 2001, he's only 15, but he's very special because he was born right here in the Night Safari. There are 3 elephants on the left, which we have to address. And they do not have tusks. Well, that's because they are female, the beauty queens of the Night Safari, and one of them is the mother to Sang Wira that we've just met moments ago. That's just a few of them, but it's really quite a big family. Now, the gestation period for elephants is about 22 months. Imagine being pregnant for almost 2 years. Personally, I try not to think about it. Anyway, we have met some queens and a prince. You know what? Good things come to those who wait, and I think we've waited long enough. Here comes a king. Everyone's standing at 3 meters tall. There's a very handsome Chawang. Rescued as an orphaned elephant near Perak's Chawang River in Malaysia. It spends about 16 hours a day eating up to 150 kilograms of vegetation daily. An elephantine appetite, one might say. And what goes in might come out. So Pianton produces up to 90 kilograms of dung every day, which is a jumbo amount of mess. Nevertheless, a big wave, everyone. He is the largest and the most charismatic animal in the Night Safari. Well, they have the Asian elephants, the gentle giants of the animal kingdom, and always a treat. A slight change in the landscape, and we are greeted by the Malayan Samba deer, the most commonly distributed deer species in Asia, and the favorite prey of the Malayan tigers. Now, trying to spot the stags, does, and the fawns. The stags are the mature males, the does are the female deer, and the fawns are the young ones. May be tricky at first, but try this out every time we encounter a herd of deer, which should have more than once tonight. In the meantime, these are some very hungry-looking Malayan samba deer, including a chapter through the riverine forest of Malaysia.